everyone, it's Calxiyn here, and today, thanks to the World of RWBY, the official companion book, I'll be sharing the official names for your favorite RWBY characters' semblances, as well as their official descriptions. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon to support the channel. For those that don't know, the best way that I would describe this book is that it's basically a documentary in written form about the creation of volumes 1 to 6. You have the origins of how they made the world, of how they made certain characters. You have interviews with Miles and Carrie, anecdotes about Monty, interviews with the voice actors and the voice actresses. You get to see storyboards about the different iconic RWBY fight scenes. It's pretty crazy, and so I would totally recommend for you guys to get it. Hashtag not sponsored, hashtag I had to buy the $40 book myself. For this video, we're gonna focus on the character section, as that is where all the semblances are listed. But what is a semblance, according to the book? A semblance is a personalized aura manifestation akin to a superpower. Few can ever achieve the level of skill required to call it forth. Semblances vary widely from person to person, but generally reflect the wielder's personality. The official names for the semblances are as follows. Let's begin with Team RWBY. RWBY's semblance is called Petal Burst. Weiss's semblance is called Glyphs. Blake's semblance is called Shadow. Yang's semblance is called Burn. Now for the B team, Juniper. Jean's semblance is called Aura Amp. Nora's semblance is called High Voltage. Pyrrha's semblance is called Polarity. Ren's semblance is called Tranquility. Moving on to Team Sun. Sun's semblance is called Via Sun. Scarlet, Sage, and Neptune have no semblances listed, but we may find out what their semblances are in the scholastic RWBY novel, RWBY Before the Dawn. Moving on to upperclassmen team, Team Coffee. Velvet's semblance is called Photographic Memory. As for the rest of Team Coffee, their semblances aren't listed because they weren't shown in volumes 1 to 6 of the show, which is what the book covers, but they were revealed in RWBY After the Fall, the scholastic novel. Coco's semblance is called Hype. Fox and Yasu Hoshi may get less basic names in the future, but for now, Fox's semblance is Telepathy, while Yasu Hoshi's semblance is Memory Wiping. Moving on to Team Stark and Maria, for some reason they're all on the same page. Maria's semblance is called Preflexes. Raven's semblance is called Kindred Link. Crow's semblance is Misfortune. Because it wasn't shown in the show yet, Tai Yang and Summer do not have semblances listed. Moving on to the Academy instructors, Glinda's semblance is Telekinesis. After Glinda is Oobleck, Port, Ironwood, and Lionheart, but they do not have their semblances listed. Moving on to Salem's Inner Circle, Cinder's semblance is called Scorching Caress. Hazel's semblance is called Numbing Agent. Instead of a semblance, Tyrion has a special ability listed. It is his Scorpion Stinger. Watts has no semblance listed. Roman's semblance is not listed, which makes sense considering that in a Q&A, it was said that Roman never unlocked his semblance. Neo's semblance is called Overactive Imagination. Emerald's semblance is Hallucinations. Mercury's semblance is not listed, but his lack of semblance was revealed in RWBY Volume 6. Taking a look at the White Fang, Adam's semblance is Moonslice. Sienna, Callie, Gira, Corsic, and Finnick have no semblances listed. Similar to Tyrion, Ilya has no semblance listed, but her special ability is Camouflage. And finally, we have the Schnee Dust Company. Jocks and Whitley have no semblance listed. Winter's page doesn't have an explicit semblance heading like the others, but we know that Winter uses glyphs. Strangely enough, Klein also has an entry, but it isn't explicitly stated that his eye color changing and his personality shifts have anything to do with a semblance. So there you have it, everyone. Those are all of the semblance names that we have so far. If you're curious about a character that I didn't mention, chances are that if they were in volumes 1 to 6, their semblance was not listed. For example, Team Cardinal is in the book, but none of them have semblance names. To get some out of the way that people may be asking about, Ozpin and Salem of course don't have semblances because they are from the time before, so they have magic. Oscar is included in the book, but his semblance is not mentioned. If you are a fan of Oscar though, you would be happy to know that even though he doesn't have like an actual page in the book, really he has like a little red bubble after Ozpin's page, Miles does say something to the effect of, okay, well Jean has sort of developed, now we need a new newbie. So it is possible that they will sort of do the same thing that they did with John with Oscar. Not in the exact same way, but they'll sort of slowly have him be able to unlock his semblance at a later time. Interestingly enough, even though Maria is in the book, Cordovan and Talk are not. So we still don't know what Cordovan's semblance is, if she has one, but we do know that Talk's is probably called something to the effect of 60 seconds. But if you're curious about a character that I didn't mention, you can leave a comment down below. Or, as I suggest, get the book for yourself. It was a really fun read, and I would recommend it for any RWBY fan. That is it for me, everyone. Make sure to tell me which semblance name you find the coolest. If you were maybe disappointed by a name of a semblance, I know for Emerald they just had hallucinations, while for a lot of other characters they had some really fun names, for example. So let me know about that. Make sure to subscribe, become patrons over on Patreon if you guys want to support the channel, follow me on social media, and I will see you guys later. Bye! Thank you for watching, and thank you to our wonderful patrons over on Patreon who support the channel. Their names will scroll through